How you doing, YouTube? It's DJ Classic Gaming here, and I wanted to tell you guys about a pickup I made today at Walmart. It's from My Arcade. This is a small handheld with a 2.5-inch screen, and this is a miniature arcade game with a 3-inch screen. Both of them have batteries. This one takes 4 AA batteries, and this small handheld takes 3 AAA batteries. Now, who are these for? These are for people who are not serious gamers, but more of a collector or a hobbyist or something like that. Don't expect too much out of these. I mean, the price of this miniature arcade machine here is, I think, $23.99. I got this at Walmart, and I got this one at Walmart. I think this one was $19.99, $22 with tax. So this one claims that it can get 5-6 hours of battery life, depending on the batteries you use in it. So if you're gonna pick this up, this is Gallagher. I suggest you get some Energizers or Duracell or something like that, because if you put cheap batteries in here, it will drain quickly. Now I'm gonna power these up in a little while and show you how it runs and everything. But overall, I love this right here. It plays well. It reminds me of the old school Gallagher arcade machine from the laundromat, like that. Places you would go in, old arcade rooms and stuff like that. Now this is something kind of different for me because it's very small. This is more probably fitting for a child, but I found that claims it has 220 games. Now I'm going to power this on and we're going to go through the list. And I found that some of these games are just kind of repeating themselves, that they're kind of just different variations of the same game. But I'm going to power this on and we'll take a look. The power button is on top of this small handheld. Okay. Let's check this out. See, it says 220 in one. Now, I found that a lot of these games are Chinese ROMs or something like that. Most of these I never even heard of. So when you pick this up, don't expect to see Super Mario Brothers or Donkey Kong or something like that. Now, if you want to scroll the list, just of course hit this bottom button here and just go down a game at a time. Different games on here. If you want to skip folders, hit this right button here. It'll go through the folders. Now, when you pick this up and you take your time and really go through all these games, I think you'll begin to find out that a lot of these games are the same. They just repeating themselves, but they titled differently. I found that to be a gimmick among these handheld and cheap devices like this. But they are fun to play with, so don't expect so much out of this. It's just 22 bucks. I mean, how much can you expect? I don't think you will play this every day. No, I don't. I think you'll play it maybe once, twice a week. Sit it down for a while, but it's okay. I found they have many different versions of this too. They also have one that's kind of like portrait mode instead of landscape like this. It's more like Game Boy type. But pretty much it has the 221 games just like this one. Now this, like I said, a lot of these games repeat themselves. And I found a few of my favorite was on page 1. I found when I got to maybe game 50 or maybe 60 that the games seem to repeat themselves. But page 1 through 3, which would be, let's see here. On page 1, I found I like battle plan. Now I like superhero. Now superhero kind of reminded me a little bit like Lep's World on Android and Super Mario Brothers on Super Nintendo or something like that. But it's not as good as that game, but it reminds me of it. You could tell they was influenced by that. Okay, I like a few games off page 2 through 5. I don't think it was anything off page 2. Okay, on page 3. Let's see here. Scroll down. Okay, I like Crazy Eights. Okay, on the next page, I like Invincible Girl and Fruit Boxes. So when you pick this up, you can check those games out. This page 1 through 3. And you can rewind the video and pause and see which ones I said I like are the first few pages. Like I said, I just picked it up, so I ain't played that many of the games. So Like I said, it's okay. Just don't expect too much out of it. And like I said, if you're gonna put batteries in this, make sure you get some good batteries. Don't get a dollar pack of batteries with 8 batteries in it for $1. So this here, this is the My Arcade. They both made by the same people as My Arcade. And this is the small handheld. Like I said, this has a 2.5-inch screen. And this is $19.99 plus tax. It was $22, something like that at Walmart. So if you can find it, take a look at it. Maybe you'll like it. It seems to be okay with me. It's built kind of solid, you know. It's made out of plastic, of course, and okay, in the back, this battery door is a small Phillips head screwdriver, so you will have to unscrew this to insert your batteries. Like I said, 3 AAA batteries in this small handheld. And as you can see, a Dream Gear logo on the back here. I guess that's the name of their company, but they call My Arcade. Both of these, as you can see, have the same symbol here, My Arcade. So let's power this. Let's try one of these games. Let's see which one of these will okay. So, let's try this. Select the game, just hit the start button. I think the volume is all the way up. The volume buttons are also on top. Right hand side. It sounds fair. It's not obnoxious or anything like that. But you can hear it. Okay, let's see here. As you can see, I just got out. I'm not doing a good job at that. Get out one more time, we're gonna try another one. I guess we'll be trying another one. Let's hit the reset button, it'll take you back to the main menu. Scroll down and pick something else. Let's try Thunder Man. Okay, let's see here. It's kick button. Okay, there's jump. And then give him a little kick to the face. This one plays okay. Not much screen tearing, but you can notice a little bit on certain action games. You will notice a little bit of screen tearing. So like I said, for $20, you can't expect too much. This is for, I guess, budget conscious people. So if you don't have a lot of money to spend on a Nintendo Switch, $300, I'm not going to tell you this will replace it, but it'll give you something to do until you can save up enough money to get it. So this is the My Arcade. This is the small handheld. The whole thing I would say is about maybe 5 inches wide, but the screen itself is 2.5 inches. So it's 2.5-inch screen. Here's a color display. It looks pretty vivid. It's okay. It's a plastic screen, not glass or anything like that. I mean, remember, $20. So let's power this down. The power button again is on top on the left-hand side. Let's power this off. Let's check out Galaga. Now, this brings back memories for me because I remember this in my early childhood. This would be in the laundromats in some stores. You insert your quarter and you play Galaga. I mean, Galaga, Pac-Man, Space Invaders. I remember Daytona USA on arcade. It's a lot of different memories from games like this. When I saw this, I said, Galaga, that's a classic. And I found it in this miniature form factor. Maybe y'all have seen this. I'm sure you've seen it online or maybe in some stores, Best Buy, Walmart, Target. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if GameStop will carry it. They might. I'm not sure about that, but this was pretty fun. But you have to get used to the small form factor. It's not huge. When you see it online, make sure you look at the measurements of it. I mean, it's probably about 5.5. Now I've said 6 inches high. It's about 4 inches wide, and the screen is 3 inches. So the screen is just a little bit bigger than this one here. So you're a little bit, a ½ inch bigger screen right here. And it feels pretty solidly made. It's pretty solid. It doesn't feel too cheap. I mean, it's made out of plastic, of course. Okay, they tried to replicate the quarter slots as best they can. That's actually a power button. We'll get into that in a minute. Okay, and these designs here, these basically are just peel-off stickers. This is not a painted on design, so don't expect that when you pick this up. This is like a peel-off sticker. You take this whole thing off right now. I think they did a okay job of trying to clone actual Gallagher design. They have that around here, the bezels of the screen. They have the Gallagher design. They got this logo here, Gallagher. But like I said, all of these are peel-off stickers. It's okay. I like it. I mean, it was only 22 bucks. Come on now. Let's not complain too much. Now, this here takes 4 AA batteries. As you can see, I have 4 Energizers, and I suggest you get something just as good like Duracell or whatever. But do not put cheap batteries in here because you will not enjoy it too long. It will shut down on you if you put cheap batteries in here. Okay, you see it has 4 Phillips head screws to hold it back on. But you do not have to take screws out to get the batteries in. Like the other handheld here, you have to take the screw off the back. Well, it was just one screw. It wasn't too bad. And here's the power up and down button. And you do have a 3.5mm headphone jack. Just in case you want to put on, earphones or whatever. It's quiet in the room. You don't want to disturb anybody. Here's your speaker, mono speaker on the back here. It does sound pretty good. It gets pretty loud. Okay, down here you have a micro USB. So you can use an adapter on here to power this up if you don't have batteries. Again, you can use an adapter. Try to find a 5-volt adapter to power it up correctly. That's what it has here, 5 volts. But I'm sure any cell phone adapter will work. But if you can, try the 5-volt. It really powers it up. The screen gets bright and all of that. The sound is loud. So, again, let's check this out. Anybody who remembers arcade machines, remember the quarter slots here, 25-cent insert coin right here. They tried to imitate that very well. And I thought it was kind of a great idea. They put this and made it into a power button. So you just press this and it powers on. You have your joystick here. It's not a very thick joystick, but it's pretty sturdy and you can unscrew it. You can take this off. If you ever needed to change this, go on eBay and buy you another one or whatever. It's easy to do so. And just screw that right back in. And screw it down. Make it good and snug. Okay, on top here you have a fire button. Okay, and here you have a start and reset. Again, this is not a multi-emulation machine with several ROMs on it. This is just one game, Gallagher. That's why you only have the one button. It's not like you can buy miniature arcade machines that do have several different games on it, which I'll be checking out pretty soon, do another video. So subscribe to this channel and hit the like button if you want to see that. But this one does have the button that's required to play Gallagher, and that's fire. And you have your joystick here. It's pretty stiff joystick. Not too loose, not too bouncy. Kind of firm. This button is not too clicky, but it is bouncy. It's not a rubber button. It feels like plastic. So it has a little tactile feel, but not clicky. Okay, you have a start button here and reset. And let's power this on. Like I said, power it up here. Just press that. Powering on. Let's make sure our volume is up again. The volume rocker on the back. Okay, that's up. Let's press that start button. Let's check out Gallagher. It's start button. Man, this is nostalgic. It feels like 1985. And on the back it says 1981, so this game has been out forever. This is throwback at its best. I mean, imagine how many games have marked this game and just a playoff of Gallagher. It's tons. I'm not very good with it. I'm not a champion or anything. Not necessarily a novice, but the response time is pretty good. No complaints with that. After all, this Gallagher, how demanding does it need to be? Again, this was my review of the My Arcade Gallagher mini arcade machine and the My Arcade handheld. Again, this one has a 2.5 inch display. This one has 3.5 inch display. Again, 4 AA batteries in the back of the mini arcade machine. The handheld, 3 AAA batteries. Okay, like I said, final verdict. Who is this for? I would say it's for people who are not advanced gamers, who do like to play handheld and retro or throwback games or whatever you want to call it for a cheap budget price. So it's not going to tap your wallet too hard. Like I said, 19 bucks, 22 bucks. Why not go ahead and get both? I mean, 40 bucks, come on, it's cheap. And they have different versions of this. You can get Pac-Man, and I've seen Mortal Kombat online. I'm going to check that out also and be doing a video on that. There's different versions of these. You can get all kinds. Just collect them. I think it's a great hobby. It's made where it feels solid, and you can plug a USB, micro USB in the back, so you can power it up if you don't want to get batteries. So I think these are great. Pick them up and try it. Maybe you'll like it. Again, thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel for more reviews like this. A DJ Classic Gaming, and I'm out.